Like father, like son. That sounds an interesting title, doesn't it? Here we are on the GSX 1400. Beautiful Sunday, the 12th of July. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's early morning, not too early morning, about 10 o'clock. I'm going to go out for a coffee and a quick ride. But we're going to talk about the differences between my relationship with my kids and my father's relationship with me. So come and enjoy the ride. Let me say hello. Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you're well. Looking like a porn star with these glasses on. Oh yes. Oh yes. The women love it. Let's get on this beast and go for a ride. Oh God. Get the tissues out. My goodness, she sounds gorgeous. Let's go for a ride. So this is also going to be a bit of a microphone test using my open face helmet. The microphone is set on noise reduction to high to keep the wind noise out and all that good stuff. So let's see if it works. Oh, the GSX is gorgeous. Anyway, let's get the visor down. Oh, wearing my airflow jacket from Revit. Absolutely perfect for this heat wave. I've told you before, go and buy one. They're about £130. You'll not regret it. They'll last 10 years in the UK. 10 years. £13 a year to keep nice and cool. Everybody's riding around, all the YouTubers are riding around, sweating the nuts off, and here am I, nice and cool. My God, for £130. Oh yeah, okay. When I was a kid, I never realized my father was educating me for the future. And it's not that I woke up yesterday and had a realization. That's not the case. Let's get in the right position on the road. It's a case where, when I was a very young kid, 6 or 7, he used to take me to a place called Ringing Low near Sheffield, or near Hathersage, depending on which way you're coming from. And we used to go flying radio controlled gliders. Radio controlled gliders. Through the years, I advanced and ended up having what I knew the name of is the Chris Foss full phase glider, which was a sports glider. And in fact, upon the build, I ended up putting a bit of anhedral in the wings to make it a bit more aggressive in flight and a bit more responsive. Anhedral is the opposite of dihedral. Dihedral is the angle of the wings that come up, like the aeroplanes that you go on holiday with. Anhedral, if you look at, let's say, the Typhoon, you'll notice that the wings are angled downwards. That gives it instability to make it a bit more reactive. Okay, there we are. There's one lesson learned. Anhedral, dihedral. And that education led me to flying aeroplanes. Never thought about it. well under the age of 10, we brought, so this was in the early part of the 1970s, we brought the first personal computer into the household. It was a Tangerine, I believe, from Radio Shack. From Radio Shack. Remember Radio Shack? Tangerine computer. And I started playing around with that. And then I moved up to the Sinclair ZX, well, moved up or moved sideways to the Sinclair ZX80. And then the 81 and Spectrum. And then we went on to other home computers like the BBC Acorn, Commodore, all that good stuff. And that's how I got into my IT career. So my father introduced me to computing using this Tangerine and then driving me forward with my own ZX80 from Sinclair. And then ZX81, etc., etc. So he was driving me forward with education. There is a point to this. Hold on to it. Hold on. And a couple of things. He used to love his cars, so he was always working on his cars. We were very fortunate. In the 70s, we had, I don't know, 3 or 4 cars in the family. Unbelievable. We were very fortunate. And you know, I used to help him or hindering him as he was showing me. He was showing me how the mechanics of the car works. This was mainly cars, yeah. And I'd look at him and he'd talk to me as he was doing it, and you know, we did what we did. And I learned how to use spanners and ratchets and understanding what I was actually trying to do to some greater or lesser degree, and learned through the passage of life. Yeah? That allowed me to look after motorcycles, cars, and sometimes aeroplanes. On top of that, when I was about 8 or 9 years old, he was showing me how to arc weld, and I would do a bit of welding. The stuff that I welded was never any good. Was never any good to be used. Let's put it that way. But he was showing me. I guess if you showed an 8-year-old now how to arc weld, you'd have your child put in social care. Because that's where we've come to. We wrap our children in cotton wool and don't let them experience things. So all that stuff, and also at a young age he bought me a camera, and here I am now creating YouTube videos. Yeah, I've done camera work, not camera work, I've played with cameras throughout my life. I've never been absolutely brilliant. I got paid for a few photographs and that's it. That was it. But the point is, all that he taught me has accumulated to a lifestyle where I've worked in aviation and IT, and using cameras and moving over to videography. I'm now creating YouTube videos as I go into my semi-retirement years. All that comes from my father. And more, and more. Here's the point. We've got two boys, one age 26 and one age 30. And I sadly fear that the knowledge I have has not been shared across to them. They've no interest in IT, no interest in YouTube, no interest in cameras, no interest in aviation. And it seems a lost chapter where I've not been able to pass on knowledge to my kids over a period of time. I mean, it's okay talking to the neighbour's child and say, oh, you want to fly aeroplanes as a career? Well, I wouldn't say that now, I'd say helicopters. But, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What do you think? Do you think this is getting more common? It wasn't long. It was what, 20, 30 years ago when everybody started going to university, where everybody was told you could do anything you want. And I think that point of being able to do anything you want is maybe where the knowledge from passing from father to son almost stopped. Yeah? It almost stopped. What do you think? Let me just pull up here. Let's pull in here. Oh, wow. Let's turn her around. Where's the sun? There it is. What do you think? Do you think the drive now is a case where we don't pass our knowledge on to our kids? I don't know. You tell me. That's how I feel. I feel that it was a wasted opportunity where I haven't been able to pass on my knowledge of technology, aviation, all that good stuff over to my two boys, because they think they can do anything, and they're doing well. They are doing well. Let me show you my porn view. Do you like these glasses? These are great glasses. Look like a porn star. But what do you think? You tell me. Have you had this experience with your boys and girls? Your kids? You tell me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was thought-provoking. Hopefully it meant something to you. Comment below. Tell me what your thoughts are. Ride safely. See you soon. Have a great time. Bye-bye.